This is a video on how to identify symmetry, both reflectional and rotational. Let's look at problem number 8 from our test. In this, we are asked to identify which images have only rotational, only reflectional, and both types of symmetry. I'm going to look for reflectional symmetry first. To do that, I start by drawing a line down the middle of my shapes. When I look at the mandala here, I notice that I could fold the shape in half and it would perfectly fit over itself, saying that the left side here is a mirror image to the right side. So this does have reflectional symmetry. Now, if I try this with the windmill, I'm going to look for the same thing, that mirror image. I'm trying to get right down the middle here the best I can. And I look right here. When I fold this over, this leaf right here, or this part of the windmill, would come right underneath this part of the windmill. So it would not be reflectional in that direction. I can also try and see, is it reflectional this way? And I'm noticing that if I fold it, the same thing were to happen. I can check the diagonals and see any reflection this way, but I'm noticing so far there is no reflectional symmetry in the windmill. So I'm going to say this does not have any reflectional symmetry. We're going to last check the butterfly here. So if I take my marker and take my ruler and draw right down the middle of the butterfly this way, I notice that this left side of the butterfly is identical to the right side of the butterfly. If I folded them over to themselves, they would line up perfectly. They are mirror images. So the butterfly also has reflectional symmetry. I'm abbreviating there. The next type of symmetry we look for is rotational. And it sounds just like what we're saying. We're going to actually rotate these shapes to see if I turn them, would they look the same as if I hadn't even turned them at all? So when I take my paper and I actually turn it here, I notice that the mandala and the windmill end up looking the same, meaning for that fact alone, they have rotational symmetry. I'm going to keep trying with the butterfly and keep rotating my paper until it looks identical to how it started. Still not quite there, but the mandala and the windmill still have that rotational symmetry even while I'm moving it. Not quite with the butterfly. Now I'm getting back to my starting point, and the butterfly now looks the same. So since I spun my paper all the way around, the butterfly does not have rotational symmetry because it does not look the same when I rotate it around. So to answer the question below, if I were showing customer A, I would only show them the windmill because they wanted just rotational symmetry. Customer B only wants reflectional, so they would see the butterfly. And because customer C wants both, I would show them the mandala. And that's how you determine reflectional and rotational symmetry.